From the beginning, we were wrong. And only now, well into the second decade of the conflict, have we begun to understand the mistakes we have made. We lived in harmony among the Fae, in a world awakened to new magic. Perhaps we should have foreseen what might be born on this rising tide. What force might awaken. A force powerful enough to twist even the eternal.
Questo, ragazzi, è un piccolo grande classico, un piccolo capolavoro per PS3, mai sufficientemente valutato. La grafica che all'epoca mi ricordava molto quella di World of Warcraft.
Singular among his people, he was all
Mi
that
piaceva.
they were not. Aggressive, ambitious,
Gioco di ruolo action vecchio stile, quindi missioni, mappa, vai, picchia,
and deadly.
vai da un punto all'altro, cose del genere.
Gadflow and his followers,
Può piacere
before the day
comunque.
on, believed that a new god was to be born in the east, beneath Gadflow's crystalline fortress of Amathen. In the name of that god, they marched to war against the young races
Questo
of
è un
Amalur,
remastered, ma
against a mortal army.
lavoro
No matter
scialbo,
the
nel
power
senso che
of
quasi
their
un
god,
porting più che
we
un
might have
remastered.
been victorious, but the Fae are creatures of magic, bound by the laws of life and death. Each to us are fallen on the battlefield would soon rise again, for the Fae do not know death as we do. How could we stand against such a force? For 10 years the war raged. For 10 years the armies of men and Alpha fought and died. But as our numbers dwindled, we knew that it was only a matter of time. Our fate had been written.
La storia è abbastanza semplice, poi si arzigogola più avanti con le varie fazioni e tutto il resto. Comunque è un bel action fantasy. GDR, logicamente, All'epoca non era male, oggi è surclassato sotto tutti i punti di vista, ma all'epoca dell'uscita. Questo giocava a Magic e l'hanno menato mentre giocava a Magic, gli è rimasto impazzato.
What do you think this one is then? Alpha? Garan? Could even be a Jotun. Always a surprise, eh, Garan?
Eyes on the job, boy. Don't matter what it is. Dead's dead. And be thankful for that. All we've seen. Go on and pull out the sheet, though. It'll need to be in our report, one way or the other.
Allora, me lo ero studiato prima il personaggio, Biondo o così, capelli rossi.
Looks like one of the Dockhofar women. Held up pretty good too.
Beh, figa, non è no, non
Make
so
sure it
così.
goes into the report. You know he'll want all the details.
Amazing how well the body held up. Better than I've seen.
I'm just glad it's not moving. Must have been born under a lucky star, this one.
Anything else we need?
Unless you'd like to name her, I think we're done. Put her with the others.
per scherzare è andato. Che è il nome di una delle mie attrici porno preferite.
Well, that's it for you then. Better luck next time.
Questa è la mappa, questo è l'inventario. Ok, adesso siamo pronti a partire. Guardatela tutto il suo splendore, che bei muscoletti che ha. Le tette non da poco, un gran bel culo e via si parte. Poi abbiamo scritto armi, roba da leggere. Tutto. Ci ha aperto la porta, grazie. Perché di qua si muovono degli stronzi. Visto che è appena tornato in vita, guardate Goya. Sempre puzze.
They're all over. Run!
Scatter, children of dust! Scatter before the might of the Tuatha!
Thank you.
Stay away!
Si riempie la barra degli XP, eh? Si scassa tutto.
Help! Anybody!
Che ragazzo sei?
You! Up there, please help me! Please! More mortal scum? No time, no dust shall. You'll all die. Oh, thank you. Thank you. and come along. Wait. I've seen you before. On the slab. You were dead. It worked. By the tome, it worked. You're alive. You died. I don't know how or even where. But your body was remade in the Well of Souls, and somehow it worked. The well restored your soul to your body, and it worked. We must get you to Professor Hughes right away. He'll have questions for you. Professor Formerus Hughes, the Well of Souls is his life's work. The Tuatha are coming into the lower levels. If we hurry, we should be able to beat them to the top. Take these. They'll help keep you safe long enough to get to Hughes. Now, let's get going! He'll be in his study on the ground floor of the tower. At least, I hope he's there. And safe. Oh my. You don't know? Perhaps the process damaged your memory. They are the Tuatha Deon, the enemy of all the young races. We've never seen them this far inland. Not even during the invasion. I don't know why they're here. I wish I could tell you more. You showed no signs of life when we removed your new body from the well's waters. We just put it in the furnace room with the others. We would have never done that if we knew. The Well of Souls is just ahead. You'll see. And it works. It restored you to life. There will be plenty of time to explain later. We've got to get going. Let me get this going.
Esibizionista perché io ho parlato nudo.
Right this way. You
vestito di cazzi. Praticamente scassando roba varia si possono mettere le monete. Qui le monete servono per comprare cose. Allora, inventario, armatura. Down. Buying. Anche così. Trovassimo degli stivali sarebbe meglio. Sì, infatti. Qua non troviamo degli stivali, rimane vestita così. Adesso dobbiamo andare verso giù. Attenzione, questo è buono. Oh, gli stivali appunto. Tac. E via.
This is what they're after. Our greatest invention. The Well of Souls. Imagine an end to war. An end to death.
Cazzo. Invasivo, il salvataggio automatico.
We're in one of the storerooms. See if you can find anything useful.
Oh yeah. Attenzione, mi sta già dando. Eccoci qua. Rimardello. I guanti, ottimo. Deck. C'è altra roba da scassare. A volte per 2 monete non riesci ad acquistare qualcosa, per quello che...
Grab a shield. There must be one nearby. Move! Move!
Chissà se lo scuro lo prende. Sì. Ok. Però non mi tiene una spada con lo scuro.
Wait! Do you hear something?
No, ok, deck.
Come on! There's no time to waste! Move! Move! More to Arthur!
Adesso ci sarebbe una spada più forte.
You're going to need more than just that sword. That one had a bow. Get it?
Ok. Down.
Archers up ahead. Best shoot them before they see us. It's open. Go, go!
Già, non salta, ragazzi.
Another dustling.
Daggers are deadly if you catch an enemy unaware. Their speed more than makes up for their size.
Equipaggiamo i pugnali.
More up ahead. If you can sneak up on them with your daggers, you should be able to finish them quickly and quietly. mistake. Cave blossoms only respond in the presence of magic. Perhaps there is more to you than it seems. Incredible! What are you?
If you say so. Guanti logori. Ok. Sì. Schifo, schifo. Schifo, schifo.
It completely covered the tunnel.
Equipaggiamo il bastone.
Maybe you can use that staff to burn a path through. Not more spiders. Burn them. Burn them!
Who's this?
Ah. Plate armor. Nothing protects quite like layers of...
Ehi. Forza teschio, sta roba si può cadere via.
Impervious metal. Oh. Leather armor is thin, but we'll give you... This is where we part ways. But take whatever you want from this armory. We might have a few things that would fit you. Just make sure you get to choose. We can hold off the Tuatha here. He's directly ahead, in his study. Just keep going past the top of the well. He needs to see you. Right now, you're the most valuable thing in his world. I'll see you on the outside. Go on. There isn't time to waste. I'll see you on the outside. Simple cloth. Or freeze your body and mind. That's why mages prefer it.
Sì, giusto per vedere meglio il culo.
You've made it, and look at you, even with all you've been through. The Tuatha, your return from the dead. Please forgive me, you must be terribly confused by all of this. I am Fomerus Hughes, and this is my laboratory at Alistar. Everything here is dedicated to one thing, the Well of Souls, the pursuit of immortality. And you're my first success. If we only had the time, there's so much we might learn from one another. Too much to explain right now. The Tuatha have come to stop my work, but I don't believe they know about you. Not yet. What's important is getting you out of here safely. You're the only proof of what we've achieved here. I may not be able to save the well, but I can ensure that its only success is safe. We're in the Feylands, miles away from the front lines. I thought we were safe enough from the war, but it seems some of the Tuatha found their way here anyway. Of course you do. Please, though, we must hurry. You don't know. They're called the Tuatha. They were once Fey folk of the Winter Court, but they've been twisted by their Lord Gadflow. But how could they have found us out here? We're miles away from the front lines. The war has never touched Dalentarth. And why attack the well? The Fey are complicated. I could write 10 volumes on the effects of immortality on their pseudo-feudal court system alone. I am Fomerus Hughes, Scholar of Vivification Prime Circle. We're standing above my life's work, the Well of Souls. And there's so much to learn about you, though. I imagine it's all a bit muddled. A side effect of the prismere? Shape of the basin? No. If only we had more time. I wish I could tell you more, but your death is a mystery to me as well. It seems that your memory died with your body. You see, the well is designed to capture the soul of someone recently deceased, recreating their physical form within its waters. Simple, really. Your rebirth is the first we might truly call a success. There have been others, but the results weren't quite right. It's been my life's work. Decades of research with a singular goal, ending death itself. And now, you're the only proof that it's a success. But why did it work on you and no one else? What makes you different from the others? There are so many questions to ask, and if we're to get any answers, we've got to get you someplace safe. The Tuatha are a radical splinter of the Fae. Insane, bloodthirsty, and immortal. Even when they die, their essence returns home to be reborn later. They hate mortals like you and me, and want us wiped off the face of Amalur. I can only imagine how much they hate the idea of mortals being reborn. Good. We can't waste time. Absolutely not. I've got my notes, but it's most important that you stay safe. It's just that you're... Wait, fascinating. Simply astounding. I'm not certain what's caused it, but somehow...
Una bella inquadratura sul culo.
I'm not sure what... Perhaps I should go see.
Sir! Mr. Hughes! The Tuatha have reached the lab! They're inside the lab!
Oh, è morto un pizzo.
No! We've got to get you out of here now! Quickly! Follow the path to the town of Gorhart. Find Agath. He's a friend, and he may be able to help. No matter what else, stay alive!
C'è il vecchio. C'è la roba addosso in un secondo. C'è niente da rubare qua dentro. Sta facendo un corridoio proprio per dire vai. Vai.
Brute! Tear this tower apart!
Oh, poi. Sta roba non l'ho mai capita. Attenzione, beh, certo.
Thank Matharu, another survivor. Are there any more? I suppose that's a little bit of kindness from fate. May those still trapped inside rest peacefully. This was supposed to be a nice isolated grove. So much for that. Morris Hughes was one of the greatest minds of our generation. The Well of Souls was a dream that was almost too good to come true. The well was a beautiful dream, an end to death, a cure to tragedy. It would have made war pointless. It could have saved the world. We should have known it was too good to exist. Now our friends have paid the price. Who knows why the Tuatha hate mortals? Who knows why the Fae do half the things they do? Stay safe. We'll be moving soon.
Oh, no more.
I saw you fighting there. We could have used more of you. Did they really have a troll? I don't know how the Twatha found us, but if they had a troll, it couldn't have been an accident. Fate was kind to collapse that doorway behind you, or they would have chased us into the glade. Fate weavers? Ah, charlatans. You swears by them. But I'll be damned if I trust my future to some cards. We started building here when they found Prismere in the mines nearby. Never thought we'd see Twatha this far out west, though. Hugh's ran off, you say? I wouldn't worry too much. The old man's tougher than he looks, and he's always got a plan. The well was incredible, but it took armloads of Prismere crystals to keep the thing active. That's why we built it so close to the Stone Candle mines. They even put in a few tunnels to deliver the crystals directly into the well. I told them it wasn't safe. Looks like I was right. Again. They're technically a type of wild fae. Related to the fae of the summer and winter courts, actually. Dangerous enough in the wild. The Twatha also use them in their army. I never did trust fae to begin with. Well, those Twatha are the worst sort. They waged some sort of holy war against humans and Alpha for years now. But the front's all the way out east. What are they doing out here? How did they know about this place? Good luck out there.
You! I remember you. You're the one? How did you come back? How did you find me here? No, I had no idea anything like that would happen. The Well of Souls is bigger than one gnome's pet project. My employer pays for information about its progress. I just send the reports to make some money on the side. I never wanted anyone to get hurt. I don't have... Okay, here. It's all I've got, plus what I got paid for the information. I don't want any part of this. I'm going home to Odessa. This sort of thing never happens in Odessa.
Dopo tu.
You've come from the tower, haven't you? Name's Agarth. Maybe you can help an old Fate Weaver, eh? Did he? Poor old Fomer's Hughes. He respected the way the world works. What a shame. He's probably dead by now. The cards told me that the Well of Souls would work, but Hughes' success would come on the day of his death. He took it pretty well, honestly, although we did a lot of drinking after that. I suppose I could spare a little help in memory of Hughes, or in celebration of his success. Whichever. You really don't know much, do you? A Fate Weaver taps into the threads of fate and channels that energy through a focus. My order prefers cards. The cards are unique to each Fate Weaver, since we all see the weave differently. You're the one. Then that means it all makes sense now. The cards this morning. I drew the Gravedigger, the Running Man, and the Beast. Prepare yourself. They're coming.
Another morsel for the fire.
What? How? What are you? The threads of fate. I've seen them before, but I've never seen anyone manipulate them like that. You just changed how the world was supposed to work. How did you do that? You just... Fate is the will of the gods. No mortal should be able to change it. How is that even possible? Come here. I'm going to do a reading. You might be able to change the threads, but fate will still have a plan for you. I promise not to tell you if I see your death. That would be my guess. He was an academic, but he had a proper respect for fate's plan, unlike most gnomes. You're nervous. Relax. This is what Fate Weavers do. I'll be seeing your place in the pattern of destiny. Who you are, what you've done, where your path takes you. Or, at least, I should be. You're real, right? I swear I haven't had that much. Fate's weave is always hard to see. It's in motion, hard to make out, but undeniably there. Yours is just missing. This doesn't make sense. All mortal creatures have a place in the pattern. You should have one too, dead or not. If this is true, and I'm not saying I believe it, then your path is yours to determine. It could mean nothing, or it could mean everything. The world is changing. You might be a sign of that, or maybe the cause. I've never had a reason to doubt my own readings, but we should consult with Arden. He's not a friend, but he's got a good eye for the tapestry. I'll meet you at his home to the east. I'm going to see if I can be of any help to the wounded at the tower. That's just it. I don't know if you've got one. That's why we're going to see Arden. He lives in a little hut to the east in Yulven. I'll meet you there. Once I was Agarth the Unyielding, the Blade of Avgrum. I wrestled the Colossus priestess and declined knighthood by the High King of the Fae. I was a hero of men, but that wasn't enough for me. I joined the Fate Weavers, hoping to find a way to conquer destiny itself. Turns out fate is the one thing I couldn't fight. You can find Arden's little cottage in the middle of Yulven. Had to move there when he got run out of town. He's a damned good Fate Weaver, but that doesn't make you very popular. Especially not in dark days like these. We are all threads in the tapestry of fate. Measured, woven, and cut according to a great plan. Fate Weavers undertake the task of reading those threads. Our title always was a bitter lie, since we have no control over how that tapestry is woven. But you do. And when a Fate Weaver looks at your place in the weave, we see only the shapes of what you may choose to become. Hughes was always an odd one. Curious and determined as any of his kind, sure. He never shut up about his work. But he always knew what was important. He didn't worry about dying as long as he knew he'd get the well working. The Fate Weavers were once a great, unified order of sages from all the mortal races. We foretold the destinies of kings and gods. But that power takes a toll. Nobody likes bad news. And all the news in the world is getting worse. The order splintered long ago. Now the old traditions are all but lost. And all I foretell is the fate of my beer. And I see it being empty soon. The Tuatha aren't like any Fae I've ever known. They're cruel, bloodthirsty, and savage. Why, they're practically human. What could this all mean? Still here, huh? Can't quite decide if you want to hear what the cards say, can you? What could this all mean?
Of all the songs in halls of lore, there echoes none more grand than Olane's many feats of might, the pure and lady of the light. She is a knight of golden knot. She is the cure seeker, the conscience of the summer fae. She is the heart of spring, of day.
Everyone just stand back. The warden can't work when you're crowding so close. Go back to your business. Go on.
Stay alert. Bandits are everywhere.
Hey, hey.
I don't care what you race. It's a tragedy whenever anyone's savaged like this. Just look at the poor creature. She's been beaten to the brink of death. The Fae may be strange, but they certainly don't deserve this. It appears she was attacked with some manner of short blade, likely a dagger, although there's no way I can be sure. People simply stood by as she called for help. No one lifted a finger. Can you imagine? It's shameful to treat another in such a way, even if she is a Fae. I don't know whether we possess the knowledge to treat such a wound. Frankly, I don't even know if I could save a mortal with such grievous wounds. Well, you're the only one. With all the troubles we've suffered in this village, people are weary of adversity. They'd rather just ignore it. I'm going to suggest something a bit untraditional. There's a Fae named Eri. She spends her days up on the hill overlooking the village. Seek her wisdom. I would do it, but I am a coward. That's the truth. Perhaps a Fae will know how to heal a Fae. If not, then we're back where we started. She spends her days in the precipice overlooking the village. She doesn't think we're aware of her presence, but we most certainly are. I've spent most of my life dealing with them, but they aren't like us. Not at the core. They don't know what it means to be a man who sweats to feed his family. Goreheart has become a sort of refuge for those settlers who wish to live a life free of Fae. I don't see that lasting. Not with the war. Not with everything changing. I'm the warden of Goreheart, and a poor one at that. I've been back from the war for only 6 months and been warden for less than 2. Now here I am with an injured Fae on my doorstep. I'm a disgrace. Our fate rests in the hands of a few chosen who fight in the east. You wouldn't even know it in Goreheart. We're miles away from the smoke and the screams. I don't know what the Tuatha will be doing this far from the front lines. It must be something vital to their interests. They're a wicked breed, though, and I pity the man who meets up with them in the forests. We keep a precarious peace with the Court of Summer, one that's tested every day. I lie awake at night worrying what kind of disaster awaits me in the morning. But we're a good community full of good people. We have our eccentrics, sure, but we work hard and live quietly. That's the best anyone can do these days. Peaceful Fae make up the tribe known as the Court of Summer. They are led by a king in a faraway city, hidden from mortal eyes. That's about all I know. Little more than rumors and stories from my youth. Hope you stay in town.
You there? Do you feel nauseous? Itchy? Have you noticed any blood leaking from your eye sockets? I've been noticing the symptoms everywhere. No, this situation could not be any worse. If the Red Legion is involved, then we could all be staring death in the face. What have I done? Why ask questions when you could never understand the answers? It's clear your prowess is not with wit, but with a weapon. If you must know, something of value has been stolen. An alchemical formula that, if released, could cause untold devastation. I see its symptoms everywhere. Only my apprentice, Karth, and I knew of my work on the formula, but he's gone missing as well. I do not deserve such goodwill after what I've engineered. If disaster occurs in Odorath, it will be on my head. I'm not sure where Karth may have gone, but I knew that before he came to me, he found shelter in the ancient chambers of Agnor Hall, an Irathi ruin east of Gorhart. Once you've ensured Karth's safety, you must learn what's happened to my formula. When you do, destroy it. It's the only way to keep us safe. He always spoke of his time as a wastrel living in the abandoned halls of Agnor Hall, the Irathi ruin. People say it's haunted, but people say many things. The villagers believe it's haunted, but I have a feeling that's a ruse devised by the Red Legion. They mean to terrorize these people into submission, and it's working. Haven't you seen it? The grim tower to the west. Avoid its shadow if you can, because what transpires inside Alistar will benefit no one. I would know. For years I dabbled in alchemy, healing, divination and transmutation. All of that seems frivolous now, what with the war looming over us. Now I spend my sleepless nights in search of a formula that will end such conflicts forever. I have seen many conflicts unfold, but never have I seen one in which the fates of so many are at stake. The Tuatha will not settle for simple victory. They want total domination and will do whatever it takes to achieve it. I fear for his life. Karth was gifted in a way that I've witnessed in only a select few. If the Red Legion has him, there's no telling of how he'll be treated. Bandits, ruthless and well organized. The Red Legion is reaping many rewards by preying on vulnerable Almane settlers traveling east. Long ago, these villains confined themselves to the coast, but recently they've moved inland to avoid the war. Now they're our problem. If you must know, my name is Nani Henry, formerly the chief alchemist of Alistar. But you wouldn't know what that is, would you? When the scholars in the tower ordered me to leave the grounds, I took refuge here. The Almane are a private people, keen to keep to themselves, like me. They are the Undying, the corrupted roots. Their existence is an abomination. Everything in Amalur exists for a particular reason, except for the Tuatha. They're not meant to be. Goodbye.
Need supplies? Try the corner shop.
Time is of the essence. That's never been more true. Goodbye.
Curse those brothers of St. Albans. What are they hiding behind?
Hello.
Hey there. Pull up a stool, stranger. We don't have much, but what we have won't leave a hole in your pocket. Are you here about that Fey girl they found outside? Nothing of interest to tell. I'm just a simple farm girl from the plains of Erethel. I left home as a girl and travelled west. Found myself here in Gorhart. All I know is what I've heard from others. They say that the fair folk possess powerful nature magic. That would explain the beauty of these woods. I feel terrible about what happened to that girl. Gorhart used to be a nice little village. These days we're jumping shadows. I must be honest. Sometimes I forget who we are fighting. All I know is that the humans and Alfar have been battling the enemy for close to 10 years now. I've worked here since I was a girl. Arnik runs an honest business, and Agnar treats me like a daughter, though he doesn't say much. If you need a healer's touch, Katrin works out of a room upstairs. She's Alfar, but I wouldn't hold that against her. Vast rolling hills east of here near the coast. You should head that way if you wish to join the war effort. The Alfar need all the help they can get. It's as good a place as any, I guess. The Fae are strange, but they rarely bother us down here. I worry more about Nanny Henry, the creepy old alchemist. Stick around.
Don't be shy. Come in.
What's this? We're fighters for hire. There are none better with steel, swinging it, or shaping it, and none held in higher regard. We've had our eyes on those two for some time. Red Legion scum. They're both dangerous, but it may help to know Oscar favors the bow, while Medgar favors the spear. Peaceful enough, if it's peace and quiet you like. Trouble with bandits and rogues now and then, that's when they send for me. A name taken by some lot of scoundrels to glorify their thievery. A name breeds fear and doesn't die like a man. But killing the men who use the name is a start, eh? That's me, war-sworn since before you've been drawing breath, an oathblade near as long. Easy now, stripling. Earn your way to Pledge Shield first. Then, in 5 or 10 years' good service, you'll make Oathblade. Shieldring, the oldest home to the Warsworn, in the Feylands at least. There's a war in the east, and Dalentarth's got our own troubles with the Red Legion thieves. Some say they've seen Tuatha in these parts. Fools, I'll believe that when I see it. What, 15 years? They're unlike any Fey you've ever seen. Red eyes to match their armor, and fierce as rabid wolves. Fey are folk, but not mortal folk. They're not concerned with the things we mortals are.
Hi there. Don't trust the monks.
Behave yourself.
Enough of the oppression, enough of the lies, enough of the spiritual hoarding and claims of superiority. Whatever you do, avoid the monks of St. Odwig's Perpetual. They deal in lies and false tenets. Their light of hope will leave you in shadow. If such creatures were not part of the authorities' plan, then they would not exist in nature, period. Mitharu's divine order governs all, even the Fae. She was wronged by someone in this village. That is an injustice I can understand. By its appearance, you'd assume Goreheart is a pleasant place. Never make assumptions. You don't know. It is less a mission than a fortress
Ciao
of
a chi mi
deception,
sta guardando,
a citadel of
ragazzi.
lies. It throws its menacing shadow over all of Goreheart. Father Dinwell will try to defend his cause, but he is simply a soldier, marching to the orders passed down to him. None of them have minds of their own. He would be a good man if he could see past the rigidity of his faith. Mitharu embraces all, not simply those that the Church deems worthy. It is the name I chose when I baptized myself in the clear waters of Mitharu. I have undergone the ordination rites, and am as legitimate as any monk.
Hey.
Greetings.
Nothing to see back here. Just a man working for his pay. We in Goreheart like to stay focused on our business. That way the Fae stay focused on theirs. The peace between mortals and the Fae is a passing one. They will always see us as occupiers of this land. We borrow what can never be given. Those fools in that mission on the hill are wasting their days. Creatures of such power do not worship gods. They are gods. If there was ever a reason to believe that Fae and mortals cannot live together, it is this strange and brutal war. The Alpha fight without any true knowledge of the enemy they face. I've seen this kind of conflict before and it never ends well. Goreheart is an Elmain settlement, so you won't find too many Alpha here. They tend to stay close to Rathia, their city on the coast. I don't mind them. What do you know of the Red Legion? Whatever it is, forget it. You'll be safer, wiser, and better off in the end. Ignorance is bliss, my friend. Their goal is to convince the Fae of their folly, but one cannot reason with the sunrise, ask the wind to cease its chill. You should speak with them if you haven't already. They are a sorry lot, and their numbers dwindle. Men forsake their faith and disappear into the woods, or I'd rather not talk about it. My past is a murky place. It's better not to enter lest you wish to get lost there.
Addirittura.
Suits my needs just fine. It's remote, away from the shadows of the Crystal Wall. It's also quiet. Well, most of the time.
Welcome to Goreheart. Don't start any trouble.
Ah, quindi lo solo posso prendere. Chissà se ci sarà ancora qualche lupetto da ammazzare. Proviamo ad andare qua. Ops. Oh yes. Li lascio lì perché non so più farlo. Con bolli.
Come in, rest your boots by the fire, and drown your worries in a flagon of our finest. I am Arnik Arduna, and this is the famous Goreheart Inn. Stick around.
Hey there. Yeah, what can I get you? Nice talking to you.
Well?
What do you want?